The old prince still lived at home.
Yes, it is an HD DVD. I do own a duo player disc, Samsung Up 5000 player, and I bought this a long, I watched this actually maybe 4 months ago, but I never really thought about it until recently about doing the review for it, and I think this game, the game is actually a pretty good movie. It does hit you at the end, like there's double twists in it and stuff like that, and it was very confusing at first, but when I saw the end, I'm like, oh, so that's what it's all about. And I'm not going to ruin it for anybody, but the movie is pretty good, but it has limited value. I don't know if I'd buy this if it wasn't so cheap, because obviously when I bought this, it was obviously a discontinued format, and I got it for about $4.50 maybe less than that, off eBay. So yeah, if you still have HD DVD, you want to get a movie, I'd wait until this probably comes on Blu-ray and rent it. I'm not going to condone people buying HD DVD, because that's kind of a waste of money now, unless you have a couple players still around. Obviously, I still love the format, but Blu-ray is really cheap anyway. So, and the other one I bought this season, I've been buying stuff like crazy. So I've been picking up stuff I just been interested in or just didn't watch when it first came out. So I bought season 1 of My Wife and Kids. I now hear that their second season is coming out sometime in May, I believe. And so that's pretty exciting. I forgot how edgy the show is, even though it's like funny, and Damon Wayans is just like hilarious. And his brother Keenan is also in this. So his brother, who's very very rich and stuff like that. But I forgot how controversial some of the episodes are about. Like one of them was about masturbation, but they don't really talk about it. Kind of do. It's with his son, obviously, and talk about women with big boobs and stuff, and how to compete, and it's not all about that. As well as a woman who's easy or promiscuous is not exactly attractive, and perhaps going in with expectation that a girl is easy is not exactly the right thing to do. You should treat her just the same as any other girl that you're very interested in. So yeah, some of the episodes are very different than what I remember of the show. So it was interesting watching them in sequential order. How am I running on time? I think I'm going to have to split this into maybe 2 parts, but I'm not too sure, so there might be some breaks or cuts. So 8 Simple Rules. I thought this, season 1 and season 2 I bought. I haven't watched season 2 yet. The show's kind of a hit and miss. Some episodes are really good, and some are really boring and similar to each other. So I would recommend buying it if you can find it on sale. They're really cheap. But other than that, I kind of liked it just because it was one of those shows I did like when it was on, but didn't catch it all. So I bought it anyways. Got it kind of cheap. I got it for $20 back in the day. So it was kind of on sale, I guess, back then. But it's a pretty good season. I also picked up 2, which is, as you know, was the last to have. Whatever. Anyways, yeah, I was going to compare. I don't know why I didn't do that. I was going to compare these 2. The backs and everything are the exact same, but even the special features, there's none on both. So you can't really say which one's bad or worse. I forgot about doing this, but yeah, you can't really tell which one's bad or worse because both of them have no extras. I wish they could dig up something, because obviously Chris Farley has a big fan base still going. Another funny comedy I also got was from my brother a long time ago. I haven't watched this until recently, but 3 weeks ago, and that's Richard Pryor double feature. One's on Sunset Boulevard, and the other one is Here and Now. I thought both were very good. They don't talk about very much political stuff. It's more everyday opinion type of thing. So it doesn't really become old the only part that's old is that Richard Pryor obviously is no longer living, and you obviously know that it's kind of dated by its film, but in terms of the actual content of what he's talking about, it's quite relevant anyway. So, and the other movie that I got for my brother once again on my birthday is The Shadow. This movie is kind of terrible, but I kind of like some of the story. He bought it because I did a radio play back in the day, and I think it was grade 8. We had to do these radio plays, and we were supposed to do a thing about the shadow, and I forgot what we exactly did. I wish I had a recording of it or something, but it was hilarious. It was just hilarious. I can't remember exactly what it was, but we did something similar to the shadow. It was a different character, but I think it was called The Knocker, and or The Knockers or something, and yeah, it was obviously reference to the upper portion of a woman's body. But anyways, Alec Baldwin, he didn't. It seems like he's like a really good actor, but in this it seems like, I don't know. It just doesn't seem. It just seemed like the supporting characters were doing a better job than he was, and there was really no star in the film because of that. So, like, I don't know how to say, but Peter Boyle, who plays the taxi driver, I think he did like a great job, and kind of overtook the scene that he was in with the main character, who's Shadow, right, as Alec Baldwin. So I felt like the movie was, like, its pace was really good, but in terms of like that star quality that you want, in terms of action, kind of like or like action hero, or an animated superhero type of thing, he didn't really play it because he wasn't the star. Or I guess you don't have to be the star, but it didn't seem like they were playing off of each other's strengths. So the other movie is obviously, I said, Superbit. I got this really cheap back in the day. It was like, I think 2 for $10. I picked up a couple titles, so it was like $5. I think on staff I got it even cheaper. It was like $3.50 each or something, at $3 a movie. It was ridiculous. And it's Air Force One. I think this movie is actually pretty good for an action flick back in the day. I think it was I kind of knew where the film was going, even to the end, and I kind of liked Harrison Ford as the president. He did a very good job, but in terms of like some of the twists, there weren't really many twists that like got me worried about the main character. Like, I wasn't worried that if he was going to make it, or the president is like gonna die or whatever, because it just wasn't like, you could tell where it was going to go. And the daughter that plays in this, terrible scenes when they're together. It was just, she just plays like a teenager, like a regular teenager, nothing special to care about if she dies. I know she's little, but I never really cared if she had died or became a hostage, which is obviously apparent in the situation. But great movie, and the picture quality was not that great. I thought, well, Superbits would be way better, but today's DVDs technology is just as good. Or Blu-ray, if you can find. Obviously, it's on Blu-ray right now, so get that if you can. Anyways, so I'm definitely running out of time, and let's say thanks for watching. I know it's not too many people are going to view this, since it's my first video. But check out, I'll try to do these more often than I would say I was going to do. I was supposed to start this about 3 weeks ago, so hopefully by then my eyebrows are actually bushy like they are normally. That's what I'm just saying. Okay, bye.